On this episode of Autocross and Track, we take the Mustang out to Crow's Landing for some autocross with American Autocross Series. This car has been out of commission for a year. I crashed it last May at Laguna Seca. This is the Shakedown event. I do more Shakedown events than real events with this car, hence why I call it the CursedStang. Drove through a gnarly rainstorm to get here, and it was beautiful blue. This is not how I thought I'd be spending my first day autocrossing in 7 or 8 months. And testing out the Mustang. I don't know if you can see it back there, but yeah, less than ideal. But I decided to do my intro now because those are the clouds coming with rain. So it looks like on the debut of the Mustang, we're doing it where I haven't autocrossed in 6 or 7 months, and we're gonna be doing it in the rain with the car that just never cooperates. So let's see what happens. Stay tuned. Okay, we're in grid. Run group 1's out right now. We're gonna be in run group 2. The rain is coming. You can see it all, and I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but lots of sprinkles on the windshield. But you know what? I don't care if I come in last place today. If this car is still running and working at the end of my 4 or 5 runs, however many we're getting today, then I will be super happy. I'm happy right now to be in this thing after a year. If all goes well, this thing goes to Button Wheel next weekend to race with Vara and wheel to wheel. So we need things to go well today. And if it does, then woo, nice. Don't have any high expectations, on dead tires, unproven car that I've only autocrossed once before. So let me think of any other excuses I can make. Yeah, I'm rusty because I haven't run for 7 months, and I don't know, I don't make as much power. Anyways, enough with the fun excuses. I'm just here to have fun, get some laps in and feel this car out. Make sure that when it goes full throttle, it doesn't blow up. There's no wood to knock on in here. So, yeah, all right. We'll be back when it's time to run. All right, here we go. First lap in a year. The brakes are awful right now. In the wet, just pull up this start line. I guess we got a spin or something. There we go. Started to get some grip at the end, but not much. Woo! All right, we got oil pressure still. Temps came up a little bit. Car feels okay. It's definitely too tight in the back for these conditions. I would loosen up the rear if I had any motivation when the ground wasn't wet. Run groups are going fast, so I don't have a lot of time, but 2 runs in, car's working good. It's running good. I mean, I should say it's working. It's not working good for these conditions. It's still way too tight in the back. I would disconnect the bar or at least loosen the setting it's at. I think it's half stiff right now on the adjustable sway bar. Probably would adjust the shocks, but you know what? I'm just gonna keep beating on it to make sure this thing will survive a real race weekend. And yeah, having fun. All right, run number 4, coned away that 53, which is too bad. Still wouldn't be winning Cam T, but would be at least at a respectable time. See if we can run the 53 clean here. So much for leaving the Mustang here because it would be less wet than driving it through the storm home. Looks like the storm hit a little further south than expected, but today was a huge success. Car survived 5 laps. First time it's ever gone to an autocross and not broken down. So 3rd time's the charm. First time broke the rocker arm bolt on the stud on the way to the autocross. 2nd time tore the 3rd link out on lap 4 or 5. Today, 5 trouble-free laps. Not the fastest laps ever, but you know, respectable, competitive times. And looking forward to doing it again tomorrow and racing next week. Good morning. We're back at Crow's Landing. Left the Mustang here to get a 2nd day and had plans originally today, but they fell through, so got to come out here and race again. Put these transport / rain windows to good use today or yesterday. Spent time reinstalling this window Friday night with the weather, and what a difference today makes, because it is gorgeous today. Anyhow, a lot of people want to know, how's the Mustang run? How is it as fast as the Camaro? Well, it's running good. Didn't have to use any tools yesterday. It is not as fast as the Camaro. The single biggest limiting factor is the gearing. So 2nd gear was just too short yesterday. Banging off the rev limiter more yesterday than I have in 10 years combined. But yeah, the car, the handling is really good. It's a little bit loose on the rear on turn-in compared to the Camaro. And honestly, some of that yesterday showed how rusty I am as a driver, because as I started thinking about it more, I realized, hey, I can actually go around that corner faster by not doing a full lift at the end of the decreasing radius and keeping a little bit of throttle input to keep weight over the rear. But I'll probably mess with some shock settings today. But overall, it was a fun day yesterday. 5 laps, car ran great. We'll see how today goes, but assuming today goes well, then I think she's ready to go wheel to wheel next weekend. Well, I was about to be real happy that this thing finally doesn't leak, but it didn't drip any on the ground, at least not with the rain yesterday afternoon. But there's still some weepage here that can't tell if it's an oil line or power steering still. Looks maybe like power steering, so we'll have to mess with that some more later. But a little weepage that doesn't even result on a drop on the ground is no big deal. I'll run it. Alrighty, time for first runs. I'm gonna work out this rev limiter. I raised it 200 RPM. Hopefully that's not a mistake. Well, that didn't go as planned. I did take some rebound out of the rear because it was oversteering on me yesterday, so I'm gonna wait and see what it does on warm tires this next lap, but maybe I'll be adding that rebound back in. Definitely much harder to control the rear in this thing when it starts to come around than the Camaro, and I'm not sure why that would be, to be honest. It's something for me to ponder and think about, but I'm gonna go check tire pressures. This is why it's so hard to keep race cars looking pretty, because my brand new quarter panel that I just painted looks like it took the hit on that cone.
Another line head right there.
Starts with a 4. 48.2, that's not bad. 30-second improvement. Alright, gonna head out for my 4th run soon. I just dialed some more, or I took some rebound out. I split the difference. I'm making big changes to try to figure this car out. So put 6 clicks of rebound in earlier, or put 5 in earlier, took 6 out, put 3 back, and we'll see if splitting the difference here gives us the sweet spot I'm looking for between too much rotation from the rear and too twitchy in the rear. baby, got that 47 I wanted. Woo, got the 47. Yes! This thing is not too bad. This direction is way better for the gearing I have. I'm not hitting the rev limiter 3 different spots on the course. Now it's just before the finish, which I'll try third on this last lap. But you know, I'm starting to realize, I think part of the issue with the rear being so twitchy, by the way, the middle of the 2 adjustments is a sweet spot. That's the best the rear has felt all day. But I've got a lighter weight clutch in this car than the Camaro, and honestly, I think what's throwing me off is my throttle liftoff is super abrupt. It's a light switch. You know, you're supposed to be gentle, and I like to think I'm pretty good at being gentle on throttle on, but what I'm learning today is maybe I'm not so gentle with throttle off. And with the lightweight clutch, where that engine braking just kicks right in, that's what's, I think, causing this thing to feel a little twitchy in the rear. So something to think about in my driving style. I'm gonna try and be a little more smoother and not so abrupt with those throttle offs. But man, the car is hanging in there. It's doing pretty good. It's probably off at least a second from the Camaro. But yesterday I would have said it's off 2 seconds. So today I think I'm starting to feel the car out a little better. I think those shock changes helped, and let's get ready for the last lap. Shifting to third in that short of time. All right, please no cone on this 47. Thank you. Didn't ride a +1. Hopefully that sticks. Woo! Damn, that felt good. You know, you just can't do a full lift in this car. You got to keep the momentum to keep that rear end happy. So that it helped me a lot today, having that light bulb moment. $1 million question. Let's go to the live timing. Was it clean? All right, Chris is a 47 too, so if I ran a 47.5, this car is not that far off from the Camaro, because Camaro is usually in the same ballpark as Chris. His GT350R, so unless he's having an off day, this car is a lot more capable once I learn how to drive it. Yes, 47.5. No cone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, on the 5th run. Yeah! That's the way to cap a freaking fantastic weekend. Good job, Mustang. You do this a few more times, I'll stop calling you CursedStang. What a great weekend with the Mustang. Finally, it's made it to an autocross, actually 2 days. So now it's got a 50% success ratio, or 50% breakdown ratio, instead of 100% before this weekend. But car surprised me a lot today. It did a lot better than I expected after driving it yesterday. I think combination of me getting more comfortable, shaking some of my own rust off so that I could fine-tune some of my inputs as a driver. The course direction today was much more favorable to the kind of crappy gearing in this thing. But and then we made some shock changes in the back, which I also think helped. And yeah, great day. The Mustang, first time finishing an autocross, first time winning an autocross today. I think we might have gotten a top 5 PAX finish. Let's see. Yeah, 4th in PAX. Pretty good weekend for this car, and for a road course car, it did pretty good on this autocross. We just got to do something with gearing, and because I think that'll help on the road course too. But yeah, I'm stoked. What a great outcome. I think we're on track for Buttonwillow next weekend. That's a wrap.